I dropped the keys.
Where? Where?
Do you hear that?
We can't outrun this thing. It's too fast.
Just stand there. You had the keys last. Check your
I
pockets.
gave them to you. You parked the car. Remember?
Oh my God. It's getting closer. Run!
Ah!
Most people agree that dying while being asleep is the best way to die. Peaceful. No signs of torture or pain. My grandma used to say that angels carry them, the ones who are dying in their sleep, to heaven. But sometimes, angels can be clumsy and drop them on accident. Remember the time you felt like you were falling in your sleep and suddenly woke up?
I can't run anymore. Save yourself. Just hang up the phone.
Well, you for dinner would slow it down.
Some friend you are.
Then don't say things you don't mean, okay? This is no time for games.
No game. I don't want to die. I don't want to be anybody's dinner. Why would you say that?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm trying not to get us killed here.
Shh. I think it's ahead of us. I think it's in front of us. What are we going to do? We can't just sit here.
Let's go. You've got to keep running. I'll help.
Get your way. Get your way.
On my way home from work, a homeless man showed me a newspaper article with tomorrow's date. It says I was murdered by a homeless man while walking home.
Oh, come on, hurry. We do not have much time.
I can't find the keys. Where are the keys? Oh my God, I think I dropped
I
them.
hear it. What did you do with the keys?
It's getting closer. We have to run.
Did you hear that thing? We cannot outrun it. It moves very fast.
We've got to try. Come on. There's a road up ahead. Maybe we can flag
Oh
somebody
my
down.
God. It's here. It's here!
This is a story about a young girl whose favorite movie became a reality. Is this a dream or a nightmare?
Whitey! Shh.
Hello. Oh, don't be afraid. I don't really look like this. It kind of just happened. So what brings you here? You want a story about me? I guess. Hey, that's rude. Don't ask why someone looks the way how they do. But if you insist, I guess I'll tell you. You see, my favorite movie is Coraline. Have you heard of it? It always reminded me whenever I went to my grandmother's house that she had a small door and it was kept locked and it was small too, just like in the movie Coraline. I asked my grandmother and she just shrugged it off and joked with me, oh, if you go through the door, the bell dam will catch you. That only influenced me more. So one night, while everyone was sleeping, I got the key and I unlocked it. And what did I do? I crawled through it. Yes, I did. Curiosity got the best of me. Oh, it was odorless, the tunnel. It was so dark and a little moist. But once I reached the end, there was no magical place just like in the movie. It was my apartment again, which left me a little distraught and just confused. My grandma was at the other end and she was like, my darling, why did you go through the door? Just before I could even respond, she was taller, a little slimmer. The real game changer was she had buttons in her eyes. And ever since then, I look like this. Why do you look the way how you do?
The blinds and maybe we're gonna see some stars out today.
One day, an unusual girl took a trip to the cemetery on the scariest night of the year.
It was on a Friday night. Foggy, gloomy, very dark, that I decided to take a special trip to the cemetery. I got there and decided to take a casual stroll through the graveyard when I heard an unusual sound come from beneath me. The lights began to flicker. The wind started to blow. Fear took over me. My body started shaking. And that's when I felt a strong presence sneak upon me. Fear grew. So I turned around and
I advise you to turn away now before you witness the horror of Dead Man Crossing, the haunted cabin. I heard it was a boy and his family used to go to this cabin every October on Halloween. A tragic accident happened. The mother slaughtered everyone inside the cabin for no apparent reason. It just happened. And the little boy hid under his bed when that accident took place. And he was never found. Ever since that accident, no one in their right mind came back to that cabin. But Caleb decided to go on a road trip to the haunted cabin. But little do he know, this cabin is haunted and have a killer on the loose. Let's dig in. Now let's see what Caleb is up to. Hello! It's spooky season. I'm about to tell you a scary story about the haunted cabin and what goes on in the cabin. This cabin been around for a very, very long time. It's one of those cabins you look up on the internet and see its top 5 scaries of all time, and you'll be like, no, it's not. It's not all that. It's not that scary. Until you enter the cabin yourself, yeah, it's that bad. I heard it was a boy named Caleb. He decided to visit this cabin for one night. He not from Dead Man Crossing, so he didn't know what he was getting himself into. Caleb was a simple person with a little bit of humor, but he did not like Halloween. When he arrived at the cabin, it was dark and foggy, and he entered the cabin. And when he finally got settled in, the lights started flickering on and off. Caleb was scared out of his mind. He peed his pants and said, I feel something crawling up my leg. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He stood there while someone with a machete walking down the hall, scratching the wall with the machete. Caleb turned around with tears running down his face, saying, please, no, please, to the killer. The killer looked at Caleb, raised his arm with the machete, went down with it. The lights went out, came back on. The killer and Caleb was gone. This story is about a man and his wife. They were very happy until one fateful day.
Oh. Hello there. I'm going to tell you a story. Not just any ordinary story. A story about a man and his wife. And the man in the black cloak. There was once a man and his wife. They were both very jolly. Until one day, the man's car broke down and left him in an agitated mood. The man had to walk all the way to work. It was a slight inconvenience. But on his way to work, he met a man, an old man, dressed in a black cloak. The old man whispers, "You have any change?" The man, already agitated, responds with a fist to the face. The old man can barely regain his balance. But once he does, he says, "You will regret that." He then disappears into an alleyway where the man is left confused and frightened. Later that evening, the man goes home and everything seems fine. So he decides to go to sleep. But then the man wakes up in the middle of the night with his wife nowhere to be seen. He checks around the house to see where his wife had went, but she was nowhere to be found. The man then goes back to the room, only to find the door closed and hears something on the other side of the door. He slowly opens the door, only to find his wife's corpse on the bed and someone standing over her. The man turns around. It was the old man from earlier in the black cloak. The man stands in fear, shocked at what he just seen. And as the man approaches him, he raises his hand, and with one quick swoop, both the man and his wife were killed. Neither's corpses were discovered, and they will never be seen again. That is all for now. Goodbye. You hear that? I know I heard something. I must leave. Quickly.
Ash loved his mother so much, but his death caused a lot of impact. Now his spirit doesn't leave her alone.
On a cloudy, rainy day, Ash was getting ready for his first day of school. He was very excited, yet scared. He finished dressing up, so he waited for his mother and sat down in front of the mirror and stared at himself for a quiet minute. His mom yelled, "Let's go! The bus is here." So he stood up and ran, but his reflection was still there, looking. To this day, his mother still imagines her son alive.
Jacob Witten is is on his deathbed. He is dying. It's his time. He is leaving a huge family and legacy of enormous wealth. He has written a will. His immediate family members are not happy. They have been summoned to his bedside to say their final farewells.
If you would like to see Mr. Wing, the time is now. He's very weak.
How weak, Doctor?
He can go at any time.
Pop, can you hear me? Pop, can you hear me?
You stop yelling. I'm trying to die here.
But why would you want to die, Pop? We love you.
You love his money.
Stop it, both of you. Can't you have some respect for heaven's sake?
I'm ready to go.
So am I.
Pop, this is no time for jokes.
Okay, what time is it then?
It's time for you to be dead and gone already.
Michael!
Michael, how could you? How dare you? What are you saying?
Look, let's not pretend here. Pop! Pop!
He's unconscious. He's so weak. The doctor said he's not eating.
This is horrible. Pop just can't die now.
Oh, yes, he can. And the sooner the better.
Michael, why are you even here? Why did you bother to come?
Because I wanted to be politically correct, okay? It wouldn't have looked right if I stayed away.
It wouldn't look right to who exactly?
Listen, this old buzzard left Martha a $24 million fortune, and the witch ain't even here on his dying day.
Is she coming? Isn't she coming? She should be here.
Is she coming? Is she coming? Of course not. She got the money, we get the corpse.
What is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this?
Calm down, Sandy.
I will not calm down. I want an answer, Michael, and I want it now.
There are 24 million reasons why I'm acting like this, Sandra. And none of those reasons happens to belong to me. Okay? Shh. You all are gonna have to stop yelling or I have to ask you to leave. Why don't you stop crying, Emily?
Leave her alone, Michael.
She's not crying about Pop. She's crying because she's not in the wheel either.
Stop it. Stop it, okay? I love you, Pop.
Let's go. It's almost midnight. It's late. We're all tired.
I'll drive. There's nothing more we can do.
We took care of you for 10 years. And this how you pay us back? I hate you. I hate you. Go to hell, old man. And go now. So sorry for your loss, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Wynn was a very sweet man. If there's any more we can do, I have a moment alone with him. Certainly. I'm going to see Martha. Pretend that I love her. I'm going to spend some time with her. And have her sign over the fortune that I should have had. And when the moment is right, send her to be with you. I'm gonna be rich! I'm gonna be rich!
It is the wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Gary Greybottom. The wife, Edith, is dead. She passed away of an accidental overdose 1 year ago today, Halloween, which is also their wedding anniversary. Mr. Greybottom loved his wife so much that he could not hide her away. She has remained in the house with him. He has kept her until now.
Edith, it has been our 1 year anniversary since your passing, and you've never looked better. And tonight, we shall celebrate. Oh yeah, Edith, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to get married to someone else. She's beautiful. She will be here tonight. I just wanted to prepare you first. Come on, Edith. Don't pout. I hate it when you pout.
Someone's at the door.
Don't just sit there. Go and get her.
Gary, it's so wonderful to see you. I'm so excited.
Caroline, It's so good to see you. This is Edith.
She's not moving, Gary. She don't look very well.
She was my wife. She died a year ago, though. On our anniversary. Halloween.
What's going on here, Gary?
I love you, Caroline. I wanted Edith's approval before we...
Gary, she's dead. She's dead, Gary.
Stop that. Edith is very sensitive.
Gary, this is too much. You didn't tell me about all of this. What's going on here? Oh no. Oh no.
Caroline, no! Wait! You think you've done a toast to our anniversary? I guess it's time. You put something in this, Edith.
This is about a friendly ghost turned murderer, and it's still on the loose today.
Oh, I had fun today. Well, it's time for us to go to bed. Oh wait, you want to hear a scary story before we go? Yeah? Okay. You volunteered, okay? I'm gonna let you know that now. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Tommy. And Tommy was only around like 9 years old. But he lived with his mom and his dad. And he had an imaginary friend named Willie. Willie was a good boy. Tommy always thought he was a good boy. Tommy always had conversations with Willie, but Willie never tried to harm Tommy. He never tried to do anything to Tommy. So Tommy just thought he was a good boy. But the only thing Willie didn't like was if he told anyone about his presence. He didn't like that many people trying to like come around him a lot. He didn't like that. So Tommy was really Willie's only friend. But one night, Tommy disobeyed Willie and told his parents about Willie. So Willie found out right after he told them. So their parents, first his parents, they just thought he wasn't nobody. Like, he's just an imaginary friend. Like, there's nothing. Kids have that all the time. He's just an imaginary friend. It's nothing. Okay. So one night, when Willie found out that he told his parents about him, he didn't like that. So when his mom was sleeping in the bed and Tommy's dad was on the couch reading a book, Willie went to the kitchen quietly. Couldn't nobody see him, so he went to the kitchen quietly. He picked up a very sharp knife. He went to the mom's bedroom first and slit her guts out. And I'm saying, it was guts everywhere, like all on the floor, blood on the carpet. It was everywhere. Then, after he finished his mom, he went to Dad was reading the book so peacefully. Willie came up behind him and slit his throat. Then Willie went to Tommy's room and he put the knife up to Tommy's head and said, "If you ever tell a soul about me again, this knife will go between your brain. Yep, that's how the story goes. Well, I'm tired. Good night.
Hey, soul sister, it's about a young woman that moved into a new home. Some say that it was not much of a new home since it was over 50 years old. But it was the home of the one and only family called the Penicillins.
It's beautiful, just highlighting. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty in here. Oh, sweet home. Oh my god. Oh my god. How creepy. Reminds me of Annabelle. Oh my goodness. Alright. Can't have you in my room. No. Yeah, you're a little so creepy. Oh, I just got rid of it. And it's back here in my room. Oh my goodness. I'm terrified. Oh my god, I'm terrified. Okay. How did I get back in my room?
Come on, let's be sisters.
Oh, baby. No.
I'm Chelsea Porcelain. We are now soul sisters. Forever.
One time I was traveling on a bus. When I got on, there was only a little girl there. She was sitting all alone on the other side of the aisle. She was staring outside of the window and she sang a song that's pretty popular around this time of year. It goes,
Buddy, oh buddy, can you come outside to play? Can you come out to the street? I've got gummy bears to share. Do you really have a doll that speaks?
that last sentence though, she changed it. Instead of saying, I've got gummy bears to share, do you really have a doll that speaks? She turned around and looked me in the eye and said,
I've got gummy bears to share.
Then she pointed out the window and said,
The rope for you already hangs there.
and as she said that, I looked out of the window and I noticed that the bus stopped. And I noticed that when I looked out of the window, there was a tree. And on that tree, there was a rope there. And she said it was for me.
Everyone loves the spooky things that happens in Halloween. But what will happen once you get 13 missed calls from your grandmother?
Every Halloween, my grandmother goes to the store and stocks up on the best candy. She had already bought so much candy, but a disease called coronavirus was slowly but surely taking over the world. Halloween is very important to my grandma because she wants to make sure that all the kids are taking in safe candy. Doctor's office, mall, nail shop, and grocery store. She invited any small child that she saw to her neighborhood and assured them that it would be just a small crowd. On Halloween night, my grandma called me back to back 13 times. I missed her call because I was in the shower and didn't hear my phone. I called her back immediately and she answered the phone frantically. Please, come help me! And the call quickly disconnected. I panicked and called 911. We immediately rushed over there. When we got there, we saw a line down the street. We ran in the house and I rushed over to my grandmother. I asked her was she okay, and she yelled at me and said,
No! Don't you see this line? I need help passing out candy.
She told me she don't remember how this happened, that she only remembered inviting 5 people. Then it clicked. The thing that we were worried about the most. My grandmother has dementia.
Always check your surroundings and know where you're going to walk into. You may never know what could happen or what is on the other side. I've been stuck in the library for hours now. I'm sort of kind of new to the city, so I didn't know where I was going. I asked the man that was sitting on the corner of the street who was looking suspicious, but I still went ahead and asked him anyways. He said the nearest library was down the street to the right. So I walked down the street, but little did I know that it was 2 different libraries and one of them was abandoned. I walked up the stairs, it was veins coming down, the bushes were covering the door. But I still proceeded to walk in. I walked in, everything looked normal. And now I'm just in here sitting, dark. She tried to attack me. I don't even think it was the librarian, but she looked old. Half of her skin was missing. You just saw bone. She attacked me, took all my belongings that I had. I don't have my backpack with stuff to protect me no more. All I did was come here and look for a book that could help me fix my controller that I use to control people. I was sort of kind of over here bleeding out a little bit and I had no service. And, I think she's
Women don't eat. When the food gonna be ready? A body can starve to death waiting on y'all to stop messing around.
Who cooked? I don't eat nothing unless I know who cooked it. Did you cook that? Who cooked that? Did you cook that? I don't cook. It don't look right.
I hate all y'all. I really, really hate y'all.
We hate you too, Medea. Where's the salt?
We ain't got a lot of time. Y'all know when the moon's up, we gotta go. And ain't eat nothing yet.
I hate all y'all. I hate all y'all. I hate every one of you.
We heard you the first time. Too bad you already dead. I'll kill you right here again. Shut your mouth.
Where's the meat? Who ate all the meat? Where's the meat? We get to eat once a year and ain't no meat.
Hey, Ray, where's the meat? Thought you was grilling.
Why come I always got the grill? Why can't you cook, June? Why didn't you cook? You complain about everything on the table. Eat your fill and get up and leave.
So what you trying to say? What's your point? I'm gonna fight people through this time.
I really hate y'all. It ain't no me.
Muddy, you say that one more time, I'm gonna put the... Wait, where's my banana?
Aussie, I done told you about threatening folks with that banana.
Wait, I bought the meat last year.
Yeah, and it was old too.
Okay, I didn't see you complaining while you was chewing.
This is my last year coming to this foolishness. We still don't know what happened to Mama Clara.
Ooh, what is this sugar doing this plate?
Bruh, that ain't sugar.
Huh?
What's wrong with you, man?
That's Mama Clara.
Oh, no. I thought that was sugar. I put some of Clara in my tea. I'm poison. Poison, I tell you. I'm gonna die.
You already dead, fool. Please stop acting stupid.
She was supposed to have a funeral and somebody of y'all signed the papers for her to go to the cremora.
What is a cremora? What's that? What cremora is?
You mean a crematorium? Where they burn the body into ashes and sprinkle you somewhere you don't want to be because they too cheap to dig a hole for you? Oh, cremora is for coffee. Apparently, plates.
What difference it make? They still burnt her up. I hate y'all. I hate all y'all.
Someone signed the papers for that. Who did it? Which one of y'all had Clara cremated?
What? Had her what? Wait, what you say?
Burnt up, okay? Burnt up, toasted, roasted, got it?
Wait. Who you hollering at? I will knock you out, Boomer.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, I dropped a woman in my tea. Oh.
Hush. Y'all hear that?
Ooh, wind is rising. Bad sign. Real bad sign. Somebody's coming.
Ain't nobody going nowhere till we find out what happened to Aunt Clara.
Well, you can stay and argue about it. I'm leaving. The wind is coming up. Bad sign.
I'm going. And I am never coming back.
Baby Ray, wait for me.
I'm gone.
Hey, come back here. I want some answers.
Too late now, Boomer. Gotta go. It's getting dark. I think we're in trouble. Go ahead and hang up. Medea, you alright?
Yeah. I hate all y'all. I'm hungry too.
We didn't get to eat. We never get to eat nothing.
Never.
Okay, y'all hang up. It's the red button. Hold on, I need to see what my grandson is. Banana good. Ooh. Oh.
Hello? Hello? Where everybody at? Where y'all go? Man, I miss reunion every year messing with this low Wi-Fi. Now how you turn this thing off?